Hey everyone, this is Randall, and welcome back for Battle Report number 17 in our A Song of Ice and Fire Battle Report series. Today we'll be watching a game played between myself and Sean, who has been featured on the channel before. We played this game at the Forge in Houston, Texas. I've brought along a Targaryen list led by the Shave Pate, Skahaz, Kandaq, and Sean brought along a Lannister army led by Roose Bolton. For this match, we're playing the Game of Thrones game mode. As a quick aside before we get to the normal pre-game discussion, I'll just say that it's always a fun challenge to try to think up some kind of headcanon exposition to explain why the two armies featured in the video are coming to blows. This one was definitely no exception. Although highly improbable, I found the idea of Sir Barristan Selmy being a triple agent and apparently helping Roose, Ramsay, and the Mountain try to sneak into Meereen to overthrow Daenerys to be pretty funny. So let's take a look at Sean's army. Sean brought a very panic-focused list with Roose Commander, 2 units of Mountain's Men, and the Mountain that rides, along with some Guardsmen and Crossbowmen to round out the list. He only brought 2 NCUs, though, to allow him to bring more combat units. Sean's army has some expensive attachments, in the 2-point Ramsay attachment and the 2-point Sir Barristan Selmy attachment. Brawn is also wisely attached to the Crossbowmen to provide the possibility of extra shots. Lists focused on panic can be tricky to pull off, since a lot of their success depends on the opponent failing those panic tests. Going up against a Targaryen army can be a challenge if your opponent brought high morale, Unsullied, Dothraki, or Dragons. This is the last match I filmed prior to the Season 3 update, so before we continue I want to show what changes have been made to this Lannister army that may have changed how the game would have been played had it been played in Season 3. 4 out of the 7 cards from the Lannister base deck were changed in Season 3. Bribery was changed to add a -1 morale modifier to it. Counterplot was reworked to remove the reroll, but to give benefits to your original roll based on the zones you control. Fealty to the Crown was changed to give a +1 wound kicker to the enemy, in addition to the wound restoration that it already provided. And finally, Subjugation of Power now makes your opponent take a panic test rather than a morale test, which makes this card synergize even better with a lot of the panic shenanigans that Lannister has. When any of these tactics cards are played during the game, I'll show the Season 2 and Season 3 versions side by side so you can see how the update would have affected the gameplay, if at all. Now looking at the unit changes, there were only 2. Pycelle apparently needed a boost, ? So now in Season 3 he can throw out a weaken or vulnerable token instead of just a weaken token. Mountain's Men morale improved by 1, and their Marauder's Blades ability was changed somewhat to now give them Vicious all the time, and Crit Blow when they attack units with the same or fewer ranks. Crit Blow used to be the always-on ability, but giving them Vicious all the time makes a lot more sense for this unit. For the Mountain's Men, I won't be showing the old and new versions of the card when they pop up in the game, since it would just take up way too much space on the screen. So take this opportunity to dedicate the update to your memory. Bottom line, their morale improved by 1, and they should always have Vicious. I'll show both versions of Pycelle's card, though, when he's played. Moving on to my Targaryen army, I decided to bring along Skahaz, since I had never played him before, and his tactics cards looked kind of fun and funky. I wasn't really sure how he would play or what kind of army to build around his tactics cards, so I went with a high activation count, bringing along 2 Freedmen units and a Bolton Cutthroat unit, in addition to the Unsullied Swords that would be Skahaz's unit. My hope is that my damage dealers, the Unsullied and Cutthroats, will benefit from the Freedmen's gang up ability and do some serious damage before they get bursted down. Nothing in my infantry corps is particularly resilient, so my front line will need to kill things quickly or they're going to die quickly. My ace in the hole, however, is the Dragon Rhaegal. My high activation count will let me play the tempo game with Rhaegal, deciding when to activate him to suit my needs. I also brought along Dany Unburnt to give Rhaegal an extra attack, and since Sean only brought 2 NCUs, she'll always be guaranteed a spot on the tactics board. As always with the dragon, keeping him alive will be of critical importance. To that end, I brought Quaithe to give me some movement shenanigans to hopefully keep Rhaegal out of trouble. And rounding out the list is Illyrio, who is usually an auto-include, and Solo Jorah to sit on an objective and maybe use his scout openings order to help my front line to hit harder. Taking a look at the Targ cards that changed in Season 3, there were only 2. Fire and Blood changed to make the trigger after rolling charge distance dice rather than before. So now you don't have to potentially waste one of your options on the card selecting reroll charge distance dice when you ended up not needing to reroll it. This is a very good change in my opinion. And second, Unstoppable Advance was reworked. I really liked the old Unstoppable Advance. It was just such a cool cinematic kind of card that set up some really epic charges. Now it just gives out weakened tokens when you YOLO in a straight line at your enemy. It's not nearly as exciting of a card to me, but it provides some token generation that Targs need. On the unit side, the only unit in this army that changed was Jorah. He went up by 1 point, so I wouldn't be able to fit him in this army any longer unless I dropped one of the freedmen and then upgraded the cutthroats to a 7-point unit. More likely, however, I just wouldn't run Jorah much anymore at 4 points. To justify the points increase, his morale improved by 1 and he got 1 additional attack die, but Targ players really don't care about that. No one attacked with Jorah anyway unless they were intentionally trying to kill him or hilariously trying to finish off an enemy that only had a couple of wounds left. So the extra attack die is really just pretty meaningless. I won't show the updated Jorah card during the game because his stats are pretty inconsequential to the game. Let's take a quick look at the objectives for this game and then get on to the deployment. So starting clockwise and moving down and then ending in the middle, we have at the top right the wound restoration objective, and then moving down we have the giving out a panic token objective, and then sundering, and then +1 tactics hand size, which I think is probably the most powerful of the objectives. And then moving to the center we have vicious. Taking a look at the initial deployment, you can see that Sean put his mountains men in the center, planning for them to be in the center of the action of this game. Crossbowmen are positioned to take shots at the Unsullied, and the guardsmen are positioned to take that right objective. That unit of guardsmen is a 7-point unit with Sir Barristan Selmy in them, so they're a very expensive objective holder and probably would do more work taking hits in the center, making use of Lannister supremacy and the extra morale that Barristan Selmy provides. The mountain that rides is on the left flank, presumably to grab one of those side objectives. I made this same assumption, however, in my last game with Sean, and it cost me a unit of Zorse Riders. So I need to be careful with the mountain and not assume he's just going to be an objective holder all game. Looking at my deployment, I led off with Rhaegal, putting him in the center of the deployment zone. I typically do this with my dragons, since it gives me the greatest flexibility of movement in round 1, and it doesn't tell my opponent where he's going to go. Dragons can cover a lot of territory quickly, since they can fly over terrain, so putting them in the center allows me to end the round on whichever side of the board I want to be on. I typically activate them last in round 1, if able, so once Rhaegal activates, he'll know exactly where all the opponent's units will be for the start of the next round. The rest of my units are clumped together pretty closely, with each freedman paired up with another unit to make the most of gang up. Jorah is doing typical Jorah things, positioning himself to take an objective and provide support to the cutthroats with his scout openings order. Now let's take a quick look at what options my dragon Rhaegal will have when he activates in round 1. This is how I'm assuming the units will move during round 1. Looking here, you can see that my dragon can position himself to attack pretty much anywhere in round 2. He can set himself up to nuke the mountain, or dive into those crossbows. In the center, he can get behind the freemen and prepare to fly over them and into the unit of mountainsmen. He could also attack that right flank and engage the guardsmen, but they're not as highly threatening a unit as the other options. At first glance, the mountain is definitely the most appealing target, since I can almost certainly kill him in 2 attacks, if not 1. This is the last video of my Season 2 backlog, so after this we'll be in Season 3. I hope you enjoy this match and pay attention to the ways in which this game's outcome may have changed, if at all, if it was played today. With that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And then we draw cards, and then you decide who, if you're going to be first player or...
Ooh, yeah.
Cut me.
Yes, sir.
So basically, you see how those guys are -2 or -1? And these two, that goes away.
Okay.
They'll be back up to
1, 2, 3.
So, I mean, I think you can do it on one guy, but I would give it to this
All right. I will.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Move dash and then shoot.
Because right now, I was thinking
I'll choose to go first.
Okay.
but he can take this and be able to shoot. But he can still shoot, right?
Cover line isn't
I'm
crossing.
just going to take Pycelle and plop him on envelopes.
I mean,
Okay.
he's hitting on 5.
So I get 2. And then I will put his weakened token on your cutthroats. And I will put a... What's the morale on the... They're like 4,
They're
right?
4, 2, 8, 8, 7, 4.
Alright, I will put a vulnerable on the Unsullied
All right.
Sword Masters.
I will activate Quaith. And
Does he have a different zone, or is that the other guy?
What?
Don't Targaryens have like a weird other tactics board?
Yeah, that's Piat Pre. It's like it's House of the Undying. It lets me like whoever takes it can discard a card from the other person's hand at random.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've never actually run him, but yeah, he's gives you a total of 6 zones, so that if each player has 3 NCUs, then you're not passing any.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
It's not as awesome as the Water Gardens.
Yeah. I'll activate her, and I'll take the. I'll just take the bag, and I'll take the vulnerable off of the Unsullied.
I like it. I will take Baelish. I'll put him on the horse, but I will burn one of his little tokens, order tokens, to take the crown. Mm-hmm. And I'll crown zap. You still have Illyrio. Mm-hmm. I guess I have to go for Jorah, even though he's what, like a 4 or 5?
He's a 4, so it'll be a 5.
Yeah, we'll try that.
He's good?
He is good. Okay.
I'll take Illyrio. I'll put him on the crown, just to prevent you from crown zapping me again.
I don't have any more.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah,
don't have any more
but-
NCUs. Then, what is it? These guys are,
These guys are now a 5, probably a 4.
he gives them, each time they pass a morale test.
I don't control the crown, though.
Okay. Restore 1 wound. If you control that, restore +1. Okay. Stalwart. So they go from a 7 to a 5.
Yep. And then these guys are a 7, but at a 6. Probably a 6. And then these guys are a 7, so they're a good one.
Okay. And I'll zap them. I'll zap the crossbowmen.
Unless you want to try to get lucky and
Nah.
they do go.
All right.
I mean, you won't be able to plan it unless you want to.
Okay. Alright, so we will go ahead and activate Big Chungus here. He's going to... And then he'll just pop up and sit on that.
Okay.
And that is his activation.
I'll activate Skahaz's unit, my commander. He's going to just march. Let me see what kind of trouble this could get me in. So you can't shoot me yet.
Heal to his demo, and he fast 1 plus 1, and he heals his.
Okay. Yeah, he'll just run all the way up there.
I like it.
Now it goes back to
We know the tactical. The pirate class would actually hold.
And then he'll just pop up to here, but he's not quite over it.
Like, if I'm new, my life is here. Will you still be able to watch the match?
I'll activate this unit of freedmen back here. They're gonna follow the leader, march up to there.
6 in, or if you have a 3 circle, it reduces it to 2 circle. So you will be moving 4 inches.
They're just going to pop up to like right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can move that. So whenever you're doing that.
So you just got those 2 left. I'll activate Cutthroats. 5, I think. Right? Yeah. We're gonna go up here. All right.
So basically, you just delete one of your circles. Like that. Now your movement, your movement is in a circle now. So you start it from there.
The senior Freedman's gonna march up.
Yeah. No, square.
And your movement 5, so you can charge 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will just kind of push them up to there.
Okay.
And then I am out.
Okay.
He can move up on you and just shoot you in the face.
All right, I have Jorah here. He's gonna just kind of zip on over this way,
Okay.
just like that. These guys are a 4 movement?
Yes.
Okay. So he's gonna get just inside of long range of that unit. And then I just have the dragon left. I have Danny and Dragon. Dragon will measure something here.
He takes priority. He takes pro, and you'll just shoot your Yeah, but the leader can't shoot him. Because the leader only ended up here, and you ended up here. And she won't be, she's not within circle of you, so she won't shoot you. Okay, your leader will be exposed. But if you take off, and if it moves his leader,
Wait, so how close do I need to be to
to reveal, to ignore until you have to be within circle.
So melee range is
Melee range is one triangle. And
Okay, he's just gonna run over there.
I like it.
And then she's just gonna jump in there and do nothing.
I like it even more.
And end of round. Going to round 2. All right. First activation, I'll take Quaithe. Oh, and actually, wait. Let me see if I want to discard anything here. Okay, I'm going to take Quaithe and put her on the horse. And then I'm going to maneuver Skahaz's unit.
Okay.
So he'll pivot. And then go up to there. He's just going to stop like that. He's not covering the token yet.
Okay.
He's just going to sit there. And that is it.
Okay. I will be terrified of the fact that this thing is so close to me now. I will put Pycelle.
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, this guy has a
Activate
couple of
Pycelle.
like NCU cards. So,
Oh.
so when you
Gotcha.
when you activate NCU, you just say like I'm
I
activating.
will activate Pycelle.
Okay. I'm gonna play Keeping the Peace. So when an enemy NCU activates, target one enemy combat unit in long range of his unit until the end of the turn. They can't be targeted by tactic zone. So I'm gonna just pick.
I'm going to try to
them.
counterplot that.
Okay,
3. Woohoo!
got it.
At least you got the counterplot out early.
Yep.
So Pycelle will activate. He'll
Okay.
jump on the bags.
Okay.
I will weaken the Swordmasters.
Okay. And remember, you can't expend
Yes.
weakens on them.
They will scoot. Wait, how close are you? It's like 9, so you have to roll a 4.
Yep.
Does that look right?
8. So like a 3.
All right. So then they'll move back 1, 2.
So you took the bag, or you wanted to take the sword?
I'm going to take the bag.
Okay. So how are they scooting?
Because he gets a attack action.
Oh, right.
Motivated by coin.
Yep. Forgot about that.
Yeah. And he's still well within range. So they get their 6 shots, I think it is. Yes. Hitting on 3s.
Okay.
This is a copy.
It's 4 hits at -1.
All right. So on 5s, save 1, take 3,
This is your objective.
and then they are a 4 up.
They
They're good.
love it.
Where you want to place it? You can place it on that.
Yeah, but while he's charging, you showed all the guns I could.
Well, again,
So I have to be with you.
Start of an enemy turn, or start of a friendly turn, I'm going to use Skahaz's mark target to give these guys a vulnerable token.
Vulnerable? Okay.
Take Illyrio and put him on the sword.
Okay.
Put those 3 guys back.
That's basically the point.
I'm actually going to play Intrigue and Subterfuge on him when he activates. So he loses his ability, and then I get to place a weakened token because I'm controlling the bags.
Okay.
And I don't think I have anyone else to put a weakened... Oh, the dragon hits on 2s, right?
Yeah.
You've already burned your rolling double 1s on a game that I saw. So I guess I will put them on this unit of Freedmen.
Okay. So that's when an enemy NCU activates, right?
So my apologies on that, yeah.
Yeah, you'll still go there just to prevent you from
Shooting again, yeah. I will take... Oh, yep.
He can re-roll his dice. He improves his weapon skill. He can re-roll one of his dice. Improves weapon.
I'm going to play Eyes of the Watch, start of an enemy turn. Target up to 2 enemy combat units in long range of Skahaz's unit. If either unit performs an action, they suffer -1 to move and -1 attack die until the end of the turn. So I'll just have these 2 guys.
Okay.
So they'll be slower and...
You want to put your
fewer.
card there so we don't forget?
Sure. Yeah, it's just for this turn.
Oh, just for this turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
If I walk within this building, so
so you're gonna have to take a long.
I'll take Peter Baelish. I'll put him on the crown. I'm going to activate Peter Baelish. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm getting bad about that. I'm going to burn one of his tokens and take the letters.
Okay.
And I will put a vulnerable token on those guys.
Okay. I'm going to activate this unit of Freedmen. And they are going to maneuver.
I mean, they're fun, bro. They're pretty troll.
Just go right there.
Like, if I don't want I want a big brain.
All right. I guess I'm going to activate my crossbow unit. And I don't think they have to move. It serves no purpose except getting closer to you. So they still have their 6 shots, hitting on 3s. Significantly worse. Only 2 hits that time.
Okay. So on 5s, take 1. Unless you want to use the weak or the vulnerable.
I don't think I do on that one.
Okay. So lose 1. On a 4, they're good. I'll activate Jorah. He's just going to sit on
over
this
there.
objective there.
Okay. This is probably really ill-advised, but I kind of want to try to punch things. So I think I'd only need a 2 to get in there if I were to
Or
declare
do they have
a charge.
5?
Yeah, they're a 5 movement.
Okay, I think these guys, when I
it's a
measured for
3?
me, it was a 3.
Okay,
So they're
okay.
1, 2, yeah. Like,
Okay. Do I want to risk that? I don't think so. These guys are just going to do this. Yeah, whatever. That's you guys.
I'm going to activate these guys, and they're going to just kind of scoot a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to just jump up there.
I like it.
A little bit closer.
Things usually determine the game by 2 or 3. You'll know.
If I just scooch him over, so I'm still on there all the way, we'll do that. Because I want to hold it. I don't think he's going to live.
He does have a dragon staring at him.
He does. And you have so many activations. This is like a 9 activation?
Yeah, it's 9 activations. But, I mean, 2 of them are just like paper
yeah.
thin. He can die to a panic test. So, I mean, if I'm unlucky or you shoot these guys up, then I'm going to be down to a 6 activation list like that, you know?
Yeah. But one of them's still a dragon. I love those dragons. They're so great.
Yeah, they're cool.
Hey, bro, he's combat medic, he's trained for a kid.
I'll activate this guy, this Freedman unit here.
Just
I
pop
think
them
he's just
through
going to
a little
kind of scoot up here next to his homie.
bit. Okay. And you said that I was, roughly 3 inches away from you on the charge?
Yeah, this was, that's what I counted. It was like 7 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a 3.
I am going to attempt a charge.
Okay.
I'm going to activate that unit. Does your stuff only work against NCUs?
What, my
You said,
cards?
Yeah, when I say I'm going to activate an NCU.
Yeah, I mean, I have like start of enemy turn
okay,
stuff, but
okay.
yeah, like,
Well, I will activate them.
Okay.
I will pause for a second to see if you can do anything. And then I'm going to declare a charge onto, I guess,
them.
the Unsullied guys.
Okay,
Looking for that 3.
got it.
Sweet. Alright, so I am going to stick them here just in case I survive. I want to be able to shoot you. I don't think I have anything that is going to do anything. Yep, okay. So these guys, 7 attacks, critical blow, hitting on 3s with vicious. 2, 4, 6, 7.
So they get +1 to hit for destroyed ranks or...
With the same or fewer. So I like taking them against cavalry if I can catch them. But and so hitting on 3s. Okay. So that is because a critical blow. That's 6, 8, 9 hits.
Yikes. 9, 2, 4. No sundering, right?
No sundering, no.
Okay, I do have a vulnerable token, so 9 on 4s.
I mean, but you're saying
So I save 5.
yeah, you can.
I
Use
will burn that one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong because other ones say.
Oh, no, Sapphire.
Ooh, good roll.
Okay, so I lose 6 though. 2, 4, 6. So I go down to 2.
Oh, that 4 was a pass because I don't have anything.
Oh.
So you go down 5.
Okay. 5. All right. All right. Go down to 3. And then, are they vicious? They're vicious?
They're vicious, and I will play Hear Me Roar.
Okay.
So that's -2 for the vicious, then -2 for the Hear Me Roar.
Okay.
So I think it's -1 to their roll, and additional. So it's -1, -2, so -3, -2 for that one, so -5.
-5. Okay. -5 total.
Total.
I'm gonna play this.
Automatically pass.
No. So this just does something to you after this. After this is played.
Okay.
So you said it's a -5.
Yes.
Okay. And how many +1 wound?
And +2. Oh, -6 because I got Intimidating Presence. Yeah, -1 and then +1 wound. And then this is +1 wound.
So +2 wounds.
1 wound or yeah, so 1 additional wound +1 additional wound.
Okay. So plus
+2
2
wounds.
wounds. +2 wounds and -6.
Yes.
So, okay. So I go to a 10.
Oh my goodness.
All right. It's
What a
like-
great roll,
yeah.
man. That's awesome.
Lucky clutch roll.
All right.
So then this is after a friendly combat unit is targeted by an enemy ability or tactics card. After resolving that ability or card, one enemy in short range suffers 4 hits and suffers a panic test. So
All right, so
they'll
4
take 4
hits.
hits. Yeah.
And they are vulnerable, so they're only saving on a 4-up. Do you want to burn it, or you want to wait
No,
for
I'll
your
save
attacks?
it. Yeah, I'll save it.
So 1, 2, and then you said a panic test with
Yeah.
what?
No modifiers.
Oh, okay.
So just a normal panic test.
All right, so they would be a 7, but they're within 6 of the tree that they're standing on. So they
Yep.
go to a 6, which they
Good.
love it, thank goodness, because that was a 3.
All right. So I'm going to activate the Unsullied now.
Okay.
And I'm
I
going to...
am going to play Subjugation of Power on them.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make them lose all their abilities. And you'll be taking a morale test at -4.
Okay.
Because I control the crown and the bags.
It's -4.
So you passed the last one, and it was way harder, so I think you got it.
Yeah, they got it.
Dang it.
All right. They're lucky.
Yep.
They're going to attack back. And I'm going to use the Insight order. So they'll get Vicious and highest attack die value.
All right.
So they'll go back
I
up.
am going to play A Flayed Man Has No Secrets. So I can expend 1 condition token, so I'll expend the weekend because I can't use it on you anyways.
Yep.
And then I cancel the effect of that ability.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so then they'll be at a 6. Still be at a 6.
Yep.
And
And that was their activation.
precision and rerolls. So 4. So 1 auto,
auto
wound,
wound.
and then 4 hits.
1 more wound. Oh, did you want me to expend the vulnerable?
What are you at? You're saving on a 4. Yeah,
Yes.
you can use that.
Nice, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. And then a panic test. 7 I do pass because you're not vicious anymore.
Okay, back to you.
Alright, and how far did you measure away on these guys?
They were
4 or 5?
so you're 1, 2, 3, 4.
I really don't have anything else I can do, and I don't think anything benefits me. I do have first turn though.
There's a hole, bro. This is a hole.
Next round, right?
Yeah, you
Yes.
get first player.
I guess I'll just move them forward to make a charge easier
Okay.
next round.
All right, I have Danny and the dragon.
Yep.
Go with the dragon.
Gets legal by.
I still can't believe you passed that panic test. My
I know,
goodness.
those were 2 really lucky panic
That
tests.
was great.
So then he's an auto in here.
Yeah. Disorderly charge.
And this is cover and hindering, so going through it, like he flies over, when he's marching and maneuvering, he goes over terrain.
Oh, okay.
But when he's charging, he doesn't. So
Okay.
you'll get, fortified won't matter because you're not saving, you're not rolling saves,
Yeah.
but hindering means I won't get my reroll.
Yeah, but you hit on 2s. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be okay.
Just go face to face.
No.
Okay, they
Yep.
pass
Let's see that D3, man.
Oof.
2 wounds.
Just 2. And then he weakens somebody in was a long range
Of my unit
or short range.
Okay.
Yeah, short range of them. So he's just going to weaken the mountain,
Okay.
and then panic at a -2 for vicious.
He fails.
Fails.
He's got 1 wound left. So I think he's got 4.
Yep. All right. And then I've just got Danny left, and I'm just going to have her attack back,
Yep.
and he's automatically, as long as I don't fail, well, I'm not even going to say it. Okay, so I passed
So he's
that,
dead.
so he's dead, yeah.
Yeah. Those dragons are so good, especially with
Yeah.
that multiple attacks. I love it.
Love it, but hate it.
I mean, it's really good. It just annihilates everything.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get out of your firing arc over here. I think even if you back up. Do you mind backing them up
Oh, yeah.
2 inches, just so I can see if he's...
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that would just be to 1. They would go to 3.
Yep.
And I think they're still
I
out.
think they're still out of his firing arc. Do you mind shifting them over? I think no matter what, they're going to be out.
Yeah, because I think if I go this way,
Yeah, it's still going to be...
Yeah, that's a good angle for you.
Okay. So you'll... I guess let me see if I can still stay out. I can still stay out if I just sit on this one here. Mm-hmm. Even if you back up too, I think he'll still be out. So... Yeah, he'll just sit there, cover that.
Oh, and my apologies. I wasn't paying attention. At the start of your turn, do you mind if I do Theon's thing?
Oh, his shriek.
Yeah.
Is it a enemy turn or any
It just
turn?
says start of any turn.
Okay.
So all enemies in short range become panicked, so it should
Okay.
be those
Those
3. I don't
three, I
think
think.
they are. I'm going to leave that here because it'll be over. But let's see if he just up and dies. Ramsay's not a nice guy. Ooh,
Nope.
makes it.
Okay. So that is the end of the round. I
Yep.
think. So we go to round 3.
You're controlling 2 objectives.
Yep.
I'm only
You
controlling
got
1.
And I am out of cards, so I need to draw some cards.
It takes 2 circle to climb, but you want 3 circle to climb. So you'll just drop back down. So you shoot. 4 dice, anyone fires.
Oh. I control 1, and you go up to 4. Because that's what that
Oh,
card
yeah.
does.
Forgot about that one. And then this one is a heal one. This one is a unit becomes panicked, so I'll panic. I think it's long range, becomes panicked. So that's going to be, those guys are them. I'll panic these guys.
Yeah. They have
And
a
yeah, I'll
slightly
draw,
higher likelihood.
draw one more.
Oh, the supercharge doesn't.
What's their dice pool look like right now?
Right now they'd be 5 dice.
5
They'll drop
on
to 4
on a 2+, right?
on a 3+.
Okay, 3+.
Yes.
Okay. They drop to a 4, you said?
They'll drop to a 4 at their next rank. Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 4, 3+. And they're at 6 still.
Yeah, they'll be at 6 until you get them down to 1 rank.
Okay. So I have a couple of start of enemy turn effects, but you if you have any start of friendly turn effects, they would go first.
I do not.
Okay. I'm gonna play Blood of the Dragon.
Okay.
This is my quest card.
Yep.
When one of my units dies, I get +1 attack die and I suffer -1.
Shit, I did have one. Lannister pays his stats goes over
Okay.
here. Sorry.
-1 wound from failing panic test. I'm going to put it on
For sure,
on
yeah.
him there.
All right.
And then at the start of your turn, I'm going to burn one of Quaith's tokens. And if I'll select an enemy unit, and if they perform an action this turn, one of my friendly units can perform a maneuver, march, or retreat action.
Okay.
So the way it works is I would select one of your units, and if you declared that you're going to, attack or maneuver or whatever, then I would get to maneuver.
Yeah,
one of
like
my
predictable
guys first.
maneuvers for
Kinda,
Kevin.
yeah, 'cause I get to do that first. So I'm gonna burn one of those, and I'll select these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
You still got 2 guys. Yeah, but you don't have anyone in range. Goes back to you. So you heal 3 and then
5 dice, hitting on 3s. The likelihood of me killing that unit is very slim. Because you have a 4-up armor save. So these guys always attack at their highest attack value, right?
No, they're
They have an order?
they just have a high attack. They just have a high attack die value, so they're 8, 7, 6.
Okay.
But with him, if I use his order in sight, then they attack at their highest attack die value
Gotcha.
and get vicious.
Okay. Okay. Then what I am going to do is activate this unit. And I'm going to declare a charge against the
Cutthroats.
cutthroats. Yeah.
Okay,
So they make it in.
good.
I don't think it serves. Oh, actually, it would, because I would want to. I'm not sure if I can stay an inch out if I do that. But at least you shouldn't be able to get into my flank that way. All right. All right. So 7 attack dice, hitting on 3s, critical blow, vicious. All right, so that would be 8 because of critical blow.
Okay. 8 on 5s.
Nice roll.
All right, save 3. Take 5. And then,
Oh, I took the tree with me.
oops.
I don't think
I
that
think it was just back
Yeah.
here, like right around
Yeah.
there. So they panic on a. You said they're vicious?
Vicious, yeah.
Okay, so -2, so they go from a 7 to a 9, and I have a panic token. So they get a 10. You want me to reroll?
Yeah, can you re-roll the
they ignore injury.
6 and the 4?
Okay. All right, so they fail. Take 2. He has horrific visage, right?
Yeah. Oh, and intimidating presence.
I think it's only Roose, right? He's got.
Intimidating
Oh yeah,
presence.
you're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the commander version. Yeah,
Yes.
he's got fueled by slaughter and.
So that would be 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
And then I'm going to play Fear Keeps a Man Alive. So
Okay.
since you lost 3 wounds, I can plop 3 wounds back on this unit. Hope that keeps me alive just a little bit longer, although it doesn't seem likely. And that was their actual activation. Oh, at the start of your turn, I'm going to do Theon's order,
Okay.
and I'll make everyone in short range panicked. So it should be them and him. And then let's see if Ramsay kills him. He does not.
So I think I kind of have to take the sword here.
Yeah.
Because if I don't take the sword, you have 2 possible attacks from or you have the sword attack from them, you have a bag attack from them, and these guys can just finish them off. So I think I have to take the sword, so I'm going to activate Quaith.
Yep.
I'll put her over here, and then I'm going to have these guys attack.
Absolutely.
So they're going to attack, and I'll pop their insight. Or I'll do, first I'll do start a friendly turn. I'll vulnerable them
Okay.
with, what's his name here?
Yep.
And then pop his insight.
Yep.
And so he's highest attack die value and vicious, and then they're going to attack there.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're at 8 dice. 8 dice on 3s, precision rerolls. 1 precision, a bunch of misses.
1 precision.
2 more misses, so that's
5?
5 hits.
4 up armor save. Reroll the 3.
Yeah, reroll any successes.
Alright, so they lose 3.
Alright.
2, 3. I'll give you that before I forget about it. And then a panic test. Too bad you guys didn't take the tree with you. Would have been super useful. Lose another one.
I will, oh yeah, I don't have a panic token.
You do not.
Yeah. Okay. Then I have a start of enemy turn effect,
Okay.
if unless you have anything.
I do not.
Okay. I'm going to pop the other Quaith order and select these guys again. So if they take an action, I get to do a maneuver, march, or retreat.
And that wasn't their activation, that was just their sword.
Yeah, that was just them taking the sword.
Brutal. Well, I've got to try before they actually die, so they're just going to activate
Okay.
5 dice.
Are they 4 dice now?
Oh yeah, sorry, 4. My bad. And then
They're
hidden on 3s.
3s. Okay.
Wow.
1. All right. Well, I can still fail a panic test and die here.
No, you won't.
So I lose 1 guy. And panic on a... They're vicious?
They are.
Okay, so a 6.
Oh,
Pass.
come on.
I am panicked though, so you can...
I'll have you re-roll the 4.
Okay.
Oh, come on, man. You're just as bad as Jeff.
They're getting lucky on their panic rolls, that's for sure.
Everyone does against me. I can't get people to fail except for Jorah, that one game I played you. Yeah, they're gone now.
So they're activated. They're activated. They have yet to activate.
So just charge the dragon in and I can't do anything the rest of the round.
Well, I mean, you can still retreat and shoot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the Queen's Loss. This is after enemy completes an attack. Attach this card to that enemy until the end of the round. While attached during your friendly turns, that enemy loses all abilities and can't be targeted. I don't think the ability things is gonna matter. Basically, just and can't be targeted by friendly tactics cards. When the enemy is destroyed, gain 1 victory point. If it's removed, then you gain a victory point. So basically, I have to. If I kill them, if I kill them this round, then I get a victory point. If I don't, you get a victory point.
That shouldn't be hard. You charge the freedmen in, then attack.
Yeah, it's just a question of.
So you got what, like 7 attacks? 6 attacks on them on their last ring. Woo!
I think I kind of need to get the dragon in right now, though. Unfortunately, because I could attack them and possibly kill them right now, but then your crossbowmen are just going to finish these guys off 100%. So I think I need to get the dragon in just to stall a little bit. So I'm going to activate him.
Okay.
And he's going to maneuver. And he's an auto win over here.
Yep.
All right, rolls a 6. He's
Nice.
good. Go there. Half on your base. Just like that. And 2. Okay, misses 1, hits the other one, and then weakens unit in short range, so weakens them. And then
And I bet you roll a 3. How much you want to bet?
oh, 1. So 4.
2, 3. So
And,
you do 4 wounds on that?
It's
plus-
D3 plus 1 for every rank. So you're at 3 ranks. So yeah, it goes.
Wow,
4.
that thing is brutal.
And then vicious and in the flank, so it'll be a -3 panic.
They pass. Just barely. I guess I have to then. I'm going to take Pycelle, put him on the horse. I will weaken. I guess it doesn't matter. They're dead no matter what. Jorah's not going to go anywhere. God damn. Dragon, I guess.
Okay.
2 inches. So they can only move backwards or forwards, right? Because they can't run that way.
They can go that way.
They can?
Yeah, you can go in like a T shape or a cross shape.
And I can move as far as I want. I just have to be an inch
Yeah.
away from you. So they'll just do that.
Okay.
Because he activated, right?
He activated.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I'll take Dany. I'll activate Dany now. I'm gonna put her on the bag and heal 3 back to these guys.
Okay. So then I guess.
So I didn't pivot this guy after you
Yeah.
moved.
Anyway, well, I got nothing else to do. They are going to activate. They're going to fire into your guys there.
Unsullied.
Can't really do anything else. Hitting on 3s. So that is 5
Okay.
hits.
I'll weaken. I'll use the weaken
Yep.
token.
That is 5 hits.
Okay.
That was lucky.
5 on 5s. Save 1. So I go down to my commander. And I am
You're just at a 4 up. You
4.
won't fail. He's good.
good. So he has activated.
Yep. Yeah, that's a really good NCU.
Which one, Quaith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
She's
good.
really.
And she can do that. She just has 2 order tokens all game, right?
Yeah, so she's done now.
Yeah.
She's just a blank NCU now. But yeah, the hard part is knowing when to use her. 'Cause
Yeah.
For a while, when I've first started using her, I just would forget to use her, and I wouldn't know when to use her. So she's one of those units you really have to think ahead of time
Yeah.
to know when to use
I mean,
her. And
it's really nice because she's basically a Kevin, but you don't have to rely on getting that tactics card in your hand.
Yeah.
Was she 4 points?
she's 4 points.
Really good. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah. I think I'll activate these freedmen over here,
Okay.
and they're gonna charge in.
Yep.
They're good. Get a 4. So they have gang up now, so they go from a 5 up to a 4 up.
Yep.
6 dice to 7 dice.
Oh, they have 6 attacks too?
Yeah, they're
Nice.
pretty beefy attack wise.
Yeah, everything in your army is. Like, those guys are
Flimsy,
brutal.
flimsy but beefy.
I don't know. The Unsullied don't seem to ever die when I play against you.
Well, they have. I mean, whenever I play the Swordmasters seem to die
Faster than the other ones.
like a lot faster than the
Because
pikemen.
the shield
but,
wall's just so
yeah,
great of a roll.
but then the pikemen don't hurt as much.
Yeah.
You know, they just have a standard kind of pike profile. So yep, 7 on 4 up. Whoa! If only I had precision right now. And then rerolls. Wow,
Wow.
another 6.
Dead. Wait. 3. Roose is alive. But this is where he dies.
6.
7. So that just barely gets him alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, you're still alive.
Peter Baelish will take. Oh, sorry. We'll activate.
Got nothing.
Alright. I guess he'll just take this because I don't have anything else I can do. 1 and 2. Curses. Okay. I will put a. Doesn't matter. I'll put a vulnerable token on that unit.
The Unsullied.
Yep.
Okay. So I've got these guys still. What are they on? 4 dice. I'll take Illyrio, put him on the crown, and then just heal 3 to these guys. Yeah.
I'm just gonna do whispered threats, so I'll be able to make someone vulnerable and someone panicked.
Panicked and vulnerable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll still use them.
Yeah. It won't do anything. Bad deal.
Yeah, whenever I've used that card, it never stops anybody from taking a zone, and they always just take it anyway.
Yeah. There's no reason not to. So I'll make them panicked,
Okay.
and I will make them vulnerable.
Okay.
I don't think I'll survive long enough to hit anything, but you never know. Alright, I'm just gonna pass with these guys.
Okay. So then I've got these 3 to go. I'm gonna pop Jorah's Scout Openings Order for this turn to make any units that attack them get rerolls and precision.
I like it.
And then I'm gonna have these Freedmen dive in. So they get a successful charge.
Let's see if you can roll that many 6s again.
Yeah, well, and they're weakened. They're weakened anyway.
Yeah.
So their
7
gang up is
attacks.
working, so they're 7 attacks. Oops, on 4s. Rerolls.
Oh, no, I don't have horrific visage.
Yeah, you just have
Yeah,
intimidating
that's
presence
right.
and feel like
Okay.
slaughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 hits, 2 precision so far. 1 miss. So do you want me to re-roll all of that, or any of it?
Yeah, why not? Let's see how many 6s you can roll.
So I only get 1 wound and 1 hit.
Alright, so 1 wound.
And then
Oh, and I
your-
burned your weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And they do pass.
So you have a
What you got?
token. I think I'll.
Because
I
if
think I'll save it.
You want to save it?
I'll save it because these guys still have to attack. They only have 4 dice, but they're vicious, so they might
Oh, yeah.
be able to have a little bit better luck with panic. So they activated.
And you just keep going. to
Jorah's
town.
just gonna pass.
Yep.
And then all I have left are the cutthroats. Oh, and I still
the
have
Unsullied,
I
yeah.
still have the Unsullied.
So they're gone.
Yeah, they'll probably be gone.
Yeah.
I'll attack with them first.
Okay.
So on 1 rank, they are on a 4. They're a 3 up with vicious. So 2. Do you want to weaken it?
Yeah, I see no reason not to.
Yep. So still 2.
Curses.
And then -2.
Which they do fail, which is another 3.
I just have the Unsullied left. They've already burned their order.
Yeah, but they got like
4, 6.
6 attacks.
Yeah, precision.
Yeah.
So it's dead. And then they're going to surge forth. My freedmen are conveniently blocking that point, so I can't take that point.
Yeah.
So they're just going to surge forth towards your crossbowman.
And you do get another point for destroying.
Yeah, so I get 2 points from.
Yeah, because of your
killing
card
them.
thing.
Yeah.
That's such a nice card too. I just get vicious and +1 to hit if I control the crown. You don't have to control anything on that either.
For this Queen's Law one?
Yeah.
No, it's
You just straight up
you
get
just-
an extra victory.
A lot of Targaryen commanders have cards like this that will give you an extra victory point, but there's always some kind of a drawback. Like
Yeah.
on that one, you have to know for sure you're going to really kill them. Otherwise, it's just going to bite you. And
Yeah.
you're going to give a free point to the.
Yeah, I got that
player.
Lannister pays his debts, and I'm always just like, I put it on units, but it never does anything in the game.
I'm taking this token, that's why it's dragging. So
I've never been able to use Roose's spread fear order either. Put you over here. Do you have a flag?
Yes. If we're not, well, no, I believe I won because the one ran.
okay. I think that's the end of the round. So
Yep.
I score 1, you score 1. I'm gonna discard field control, draw 2 cards.
I don't think this actually serves any purpose. I'm going to burn bribery because
Okay.
everyone has the same number of attacks no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would only be useful on them, but they're already at their lowest attack die value.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what do we do here.
And I guess I will count as controlling the bags with Baelish. Either crown or bag, I don't know if it serves a purpose.
I'm gonna. I usually like to keep the dragon until late, but these crossbowmen are.
You're not gonna. I
like-
can't hurt you.
I mean, I have to lock the crossbowmen down because they could potentially kill these guys off.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just run the dragon in.
What?
Start of the round. Do you have any start of enemy turn or start of any turn?
Nope.
Okay. So I'll activate the dragon. He'll run in. He'll weaken these guys again. Charge. Successful charge. 2 dice. Got it.
I will.
Weaken. Yeah.
I might as well.
Yeah.
Still good.
Oh.
Oh, came close though.
Close. D3 plus 2.
5.
5.
I'm just gonna leave him on there because this unit's dead. So
Maybe
7
minus,
minus 3. So almost, but not quite.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to actually stop dragons.
Well, you've done it before. We played a game, I think,
I
and I brought
take
2 dragons.
I had to take 2 crossbow units, and I had to purposely sacrifice a whole unit and then fire like 5 times into it to kill it. So it's like, I'm sure Lannisters have something, maybe the cavalry, but even then, you're just gonna melt through them on top of it.
Well, that's where Quaith comes in. You know, like if I'm able to kind of predict when you're going to attack them or what you're going to attack them with, then I can Quaith them to safety potentially.
Okay, well, at least the dragon activated, so I'm only going to die to those guys. I'll take Pycelle. I'll put him on the swords. I will weaken. I'll weaken these guys. I don't think it matters. So it's a 5.
You're attacking with them?
Yeah.
Into these guys, I
Yeah.
assume? Okay.
Still hitting on 3 is critical blow and vicious. Only 3.
3. I'm on 5s. Save 1 vulnerable token.
I will.
Still saves it. So 2, and then you're vicious, right?
I am vicious, and I will play Hear Me Roar. So that's a -1, +/-1 for each destroyed rank.
So that would be a -3 to me, and then -2 from
From them being
vicious, and then -1 from intimidating presence.
Yes.
Right. So I'd go. What is that? That's a
-6.
So they're 13. So they're an auto fail. Yeah. So they're and then I rolled a 3, so they're dead.
Okay. And then
You get a
you
point.
failed a panic test, so they have that prey on fear. So they'll get 2 guys back. But they're still going to die a horrible death. But at least I got you to fail a panic test. It always feels good.
That's what you want with Boltons.
Yep.
If they're not causing panic fails, what are they there for?
Exactly.
If this thing got turned on, Blood of the Dragon.
Oh, is it an additional +1 attack now? Too?
Yeah, so it's a 1+1 attack die.
You're up to like 10?
It'll be up to a
9.
It'll be up to it'll be a 10 if they attack in, because it's 1 from gang
Oh,
up,
yeah.
and then 1 from Blood of the Dragon if I use the insight.
How many points are those guys?
These guys are 7 points.
Wow. Not bad. Yeah, charge them in. See if you one-shot the unit.
I think before I do that, though, I'm going to take the bag just to take any more healing off of the table, and I'll restore 3 to them, and then take this panic, or I'll take this vulnerable off of them.
All right. And when you do that, I'm going to play Intrigue and Subterfuge. It wouldn't have done anything, but I get to make someone weakened.
Okay.
So I will pop that on, I guess, the unit in front of me.
Is Friedman here?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you.
I will activate with them. Wait a second. I had Fueled by Slaughter, so they should be at full health. Not
Yeah.
that it matters, but
Yep.
they'll still die horribly here in a second. But they're going to activate and attack, because I don't think I have anything else I can really do. 6, 7. So I assume that I still have more ranks than you in this instance, even though you have 6 wounds.
Actually, no. So they count as. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because they count as having 1 rank. For the purposes of contesting, they would have 6 ranks.
Oh, okay.
But they're only a 1 rank unit for the purposes of that effect.
Okay. So 3s, no rerolls. But I did get 3 critical blows, which gives me all of my hits back. So that's 7 total, and nothing.
And you said they have vicious?
Yeah,
As if.
yeah. +1 to hit and vicious when
Okay.
attacking enemies.
Same or.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? How many?
7 total,
7.
and nothing to your armor.
Okay. My armor's already nothing. They're all
Oh, okay.
naked anyway. So 6s. Save 1, but that kills them because they're 6 wounds. So they go down. They're not worth any points.
No.
But you still get a surge forth.
Is that 5 inches?
It's whatever your movement speed is.
Yeah. Run! I guess it doesn't really matter because you're just gonna.
They can't see you anymore.
Yeah, so I guess I would want to turn that way, and that way if you run away. But you're gonna 6, 7. Ah, you won't beat me this round. Okay, I like that. So that was his activation.
You just got that guy to go.
And Baelish.
And Baelish. So I'll take Daenerys.
At the start of this your round, though, I will scream again.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've done that. Wait, did I do that already?
I don't think you've done it this round.
I don't think I have. Yeah. So I'll take that off.
So you can
Is
scream.
he in range?
He is just out of range.
Oh. If I were to have
You can
done
like
that,
spin your corner around a little bit more.
yeah. I think that puts him in range, right? It doesn't do anything, but we'll see if we kill him. Nope.
All right.
And Jorah's panicked. Oh, and I forgot their panic token. Everyone's panicked.
Danny's gonna take the horse, and these guys are gonna try to
Get back in there.
get back in the game a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is theirs.
I like it. All right, Peter will Peter will activate.
I don't have anything.
All right. He will claim the crown, but he'll burn his token and take the effects of the letters.
Okay.
I will grab 2, and I guess I will put a weaken token on Jorah.
Okay. So you've just got them left, right?
Which they're just going to probably pass because they can't do anything.
Yeah, they can't. Nothing's in their
Yeah.
arc. I'll activate the Freedmen, and I think they're just gonna.
Take that objective, yeah.
Well, they can't. They can't.
Oh, they can't. Yeah, I
they
keep
can't.
forgetting that.
I think they're just gonna move backwards or kind of get out of the way of the Unsullied a little bit.
Before you do that, I'm going to play my useless Lannister pays his debts card.
Okay. So they'll go like that. Okay. Back to you.
Pass.
Okay. I'll Illyrio. Well, I'll wait on Illyrio. I will just charge with the Unsullied. I have them in the rear.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. Actually, it's too late.
Oh, go ahead.
It was a before charge disaster roll kind of thing. So
I don't think you could fail that.
yeah, I mean I could roll a 1, but it's all good. I missed the timing on it.
Okay.
It could have made a difference. So I'll go like that on them. And they are at 2 ranks. I'll pop the. Do you mind if I do start a friendly turn, make them vulnerable with
Yeah, go for it.
Skahaz, and then charge in and then do the insight of highest attack die value and vicious.
I'm going to turn that one off, even though it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Is it all abilities or an ability?
It's ability
Cancel an
or
effect.
tactics card.
Okay. So take off the insight.
Insight, yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess I will pull the. I'll pull the weekend off of this unit to do that.
Okay. So they are not counting as highest attack die value and not vicious. So they go from a 7 to an 8 because of this. 7 to an 8 with
Rerolls.
and
precision.
precision. So 1 precision. All of those hit. I'll just leave them. So they're in the
Yeah.
rear, so you go your -2 to your
6, so it just becomes 7s or 6s, right?
6s. Yep.
Not a 1, so that's 8.
8.
And then -2.
-2. Yeah.
So they do fill that, so that's 2 guys left.
Yeah.
So that's just him. You care if I just leave him on there so I don't have to
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
him
that's
off?
fine. Yeah, that's fine. And oh wait, that was
Yeah.
yours. Sorry. And I just have Illyrio left. I have him. I have Jorah. He's just gonna sit there.
Yeah.
I'll activate Illyrio. Do you have anything for him? He'll jump on here, and I'll put 3 back on the Unsullied.
For sure.
And then they weaken Illyrio weakens a unit that I'm engaged with.
Oh, nice. He's an even better Pycelle.
Well, Pycelle can weaken anybody on the entire board. So
I would
he can-
rather have the
can only
3
weaken-
wounds back too, though.
Yeah.
That's real. That's a nice combination. Okay.
That's end of the round, I think. So we each score 1 there. And so I go to 7, 4. We didn't miss anything here, did we? I don't think.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because you got your point for killing the crossbowman.
Yeah. So here you get to heal.
Yeah, so I just put 3 on, which is just
So you go 1, 2, 3. So you go to there. You want me to take this guy
Yeah.
off instead?
Alright.
And then he panics. We'll just panic those
Yeah.
guardsmen there.
Oof. So I'm weakened. I'm vulnerable. I'm panicked. Oh, I get cards. Come on, something good.
I'm going to discard Fire and Blood.
Yeah.
Two Fire and Bloods. I'm going to discard Overrun also, so I'll draw 3.
Fine. I can't go anywhere. So Baelish is useless now, so we'll just take the swords.
Okay.
And I will just weaken. Haha, I'll weaken these guys because they're the only ones that
Yeah.
are weakened. And we'll hit 5 dice into you, hitting on 4s. I see no reason to turn around. 1 critical blow is all I land.
All right. I'll use the weekend.
Yep.
Actually, I'll
You might as well.
I'll hold it just in
Oh.
case they're going to swing again potentially. So so that was 2.
Yep.
2 into the Unsullied.
Yep.
On 4s. So lose 2. And then I have here. Okay. 2 vicious, right?
Yes.
Vicious. So I go from
Wait,
a
wait,
4.
wait. Nope, no vicious, because I do not
Oh yeah,
outrank you.
that's right.
Oh, we're
Oh,
the
wait,
same.
same or fewer
Yeah, so
ranks.
you are vicious. And I would have had.
Oh wait, we were at. I had more ranks than you when you attacked. Right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
You weren't.
So no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no vicious.
Okay. So then I'm just on a 4 up, and I pass. I am panicked though.
Yeah, might as well. I'm not gonna be able to do anything else.
You want me to re-roll both of them or just the 4?
Yeah, just the 4. Let's go. Wait,
Okay.
what do you? Wait, you're.
I'm a 4. I'm a 4 up.
So you can't fit. I have to have you
Yeah,
roll both.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So close.
Just barely. Got it. Okay. And then I have a card.
Okay.
I have a after enemy combat unit completes an attack. This is the Queen's Law again. This is that one that I had on the other unit.
I apologize. I do have vicious.
You do? Okay.
So that would have been a fail then, right?
So yeah.
Okay.
So then that would be, what was it, like 2 wounds?
It was only 2. Yeah, my apologies on that.
It's okay.
And then I will get fear keeps him blah 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 alive. So I'll get 2 wounds back, and then I'll get 2 wounds back for fueled by slaughter, and then
Yeah.
2.
So we need to
So it'd go 6.
remember what we got here. So we were at 5, right?
Yeah. So this guy is gone. So then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4,
You get
5.
2 from Fueled by Slaughter.
Yep.
So you go to that, and then what was the other one? Fear
Then
Keeps
I
Man
get
Alive?
2 for fear keeps man alive.
Okay, so you go up to there, right?
And then I also get prey on fear,
Okay.
so the unit restores 2 wounds.
So you just lose 1. You'd be down to
take
that
him
guy.
off and stick him there.
Okay, looks good. And I threw this on you.
Yeah. Man, that would have been super useful if they had been failing panic tests at the beginning. Hey, how's it going, man?
So that was just you taking the sword.
That was just taking the
So
swords,
they haven't
yeah.
activated. They're almost back up to full. They are.
But I'm still getting hit in the rear with vulnerable.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was weakened.
Yeah, I think you only got 1 success though, right? And you got a critical. And
Yeah.
I decided to keep it.
Yeah, that's right. It sounds like it should have been a lot more, but
In retrospect, yeah, that one critical hit caused me a lot of misery and caused you to like heal your unit completely
Yeah.
back up. I should have just used it, but hindsight is 20/20.
but who knows? I may have actually rolled better on the next one if they survived long enough. Because you still have your orders, right? So you're gonna be
Yeah,
at like
still have
10
these.
attack dice again.
So I'm down, you're up there. I kind of think I need to heal here. So I'm going to take Quaith, activate her. What do I have here? Put her on the wealth zone. Remove this panic token.
When
You
you
have something else?
Yeah, well, when you do that, I'm gonna play Whispered Threats. So after you do your thing, I can make someone panicked and vulnerable.
Okay. Let me see this. Okay. What do you want to...
I'll just put them both on the
Okay.
unsold guys.
Then after you play that, I'm going to play Giscari Justice.
Okay.
This is one, I think I played this one earlier. After a friendly combat unit is targeted by an enemy ability or tactics card, after resolving that ability or card, target one enemy in short range, they suffer 4 hits and 1 panic test.
That
So,
one, obviously.
Yeah, I'll have them take 4 hits and panic test.
3. 3. And there are panicked. You want me to?
Yeah, I'll
just
have you
that?
reroll those, yeah.
7.
I think they're still good.
They're good because you don't have any modifiers.
Yeah, and that's not a, you don't get modified by them there, so they're good. So they, what was that, 3 then?
Yeah. So that just that rank comes off.
Okay. And that was Quaith, so it's back to you.
I will take Peter and put him on the crown, and I'll just zap those guys.
Friedman, okay. So they go from an 8 to a 9. They are unfazed.
I will have you re-roll those two.
These
yeah.
two, okay.
Still unfazed.
Still unfazed.
Come on.
They want some of that booty.
Oh, they do. Brutal.
All right. I think while I think I'm gonna run the Friedman in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll pop Jorah's order on
Yeah.
these guys so that I get rerolls and precision units that are attacking them, and I'll run the Friedman into the rear. They fail, but they're still an auto win.
Yep.
And they still get rerolls because of him. They just can't. I can't use tactics cards on them.
Yeah.
And they are weakened. And gang up is active, so they have 7 dice
Yep.
on 4s. Rerolls. So that's 5 with 2 precisions. Do you want to weaken
Yeah, sure.
all of it, or just weaken the precisions?
Yeah, just weaken all of it.
Okay. All right, on 4s. Wow, none.
Invincible! Until this next turn. We will just spin around,
Okay.
and then we'll just attack it.
Attack the Unsullied. Or these guys aren't worth any points.
They aren't. I can't kill your Unsullied either.
Checking this batch over here.
I do still get my +1 to hit and vicious, but I'm rolling 5 dice, no rerolls. If I hit with everything, I still couldn't kill the Unsullied. We'll just hit the Freedmen.
Okay.
They make me angry. Hitting on 3s.
3s, yep. Because they're only 1 rank.
+1 for the crown.
+1 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll be hitting on 2s, no rerolls. Still critical blow, though.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You want to
next.
reroll it? Might as well.
Yeah, may as well. I'll weaken it.
Oh, good. Still 2. Oh,
Okay.
3.
3
Sorry.
because of critical blow.
Yeah.
So 3 on 6s. And take 3 wounds. And you're vicious, so I go from an 8 to a 10. I have a panic token on me. I fail.
I'll have you
in the stream.
re-roll that die.
Okay. Take 4, right? Because you have intimidating presence.
Yeah. So they
that
heal
kills them.
back up to full because they have prey on fear.
Yeah,
fuel,
so it's 2 fueled by slaughter. That gives you 2 because I killed a rank, and you just
and I
heal 1
killed them.
anyway.
Yeah. This is what you guys were supposed to have been doing this whole time.
Ramsay's going down fighting.
I think I would rather put Sandor in another unit of those.
Is he 2 points or 1 point?
He's only 1. Because he's scoring points, but that's a 7-point unit because of him being in there.
So back to me. I will just pass with Jorah.
Oh, sorry, that was his activation.
Yep. I don't think they can make it.
They have a 4-inch movement. They would need a 6.
Oh, and they have to pivot too, right? Because right now they're going to charge that way.
Oh, okay.
So I think if they pivot, they're going to be like maybe a ½ inch or an inch further away. You can try, see
Yeah,
if you pivot them like that. I think that. Let's see if that puts you in a straight line. I think you're missing them there. That's still far. Let's get to like that point. I think that's your closest right there.
Yeah.
Which looks like a 9.5. So you need a. You said you're a
6.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I need a
4.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you need a 6.
What if I spun all the way like that? Does that do anything different?
Still, you're going to go that way, right? You're
Yeah.
going to charge them that way.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, when you charge, you're going in a straight line.
We'll just take the points.
Okay.
Pass. Now, let's see you rip up this unit.
So I'll take Illyrio. I'll put him on the horse. Right up here. This guy is going to maneuver to here.
Ooh.
And then I will activate all I have left. I have the dragon and Daenerys.
Yep.
Dragon will activate, and he's going to maneuver.
Ah.
He's an auto win over here.
Yep.
He'll charge. He's good. He'll weaken them.
I think I was already weakened, right?
Oh, no, that was the freedman. I think I weakened
You did.
you
Okay,
when
you
you
did.
attacked the freedman.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So re-weaken the attacks. He's good. D3 plus 3. So 5.
Total fail. So 8.
So, yep, 8.
2, 3, 4. So, yeah.
2 ranks.
Yeah.
And then Daenerys will jump on here, zone replace, and attack again.
Okay.
2, got it. D3 plus 1, because you're down to 1 rank right now, right?
Yep. So you couldn't have not killed me, right? Because it's D3 plus 1.
D3 plus
so there's
1
one guy
so
left.
yeah, so this is 3 wounds, so there's 1 guy left.
And then
And then panic on -3.
yeah, good game, man.
Yeah, good game, Sean. So how did this game go? Some general comments first before we quickly run through the round-by-round review. My Unsullied Swords were total panic test studs in this game. They laughed in the face of death multiple times, even on panic tests that they had every right to fail. If those Unsullied Swords had died to one of those early panic tests, this game could have ended very differently. From a list building perspective, I think the 2 points spent on Sir Barristan Selmy could have been spent turning the Mountain into a unit of halberds and spending the extra point on an attachment to the halberds or the guardsmen. Really though, a third NCU would have probably been best and would have put pressure on me to use Daenerys' zone replace effect earlier than I would have liked, or to make me choose to forego an NCU activation. The fact that I had superior activation count and 3 NCUs versus 2 gave me a lot of tempo control. The fact that Barristan Selmy just sat on that objective and did nothing all game inspired my suggestion in the game's opening crawl that he was deceiving the Lannisters and had, in fact, not betrayed Daenerys. That was just a fun little game tie-in to my introductory exposition. Alright, let's have a quick look at the round-by-round action. Taking a look at round 1, things unfolded pretty much as I expected they would. There weren't really too many surprises here. The biggest decision for me to make was where to send Rhaegal the Dragon. And I had mentioned that the mountain was going to be an appealing target for him. And since those crossbows stuck pretty close to the mountain's men, and they were a kind of a harder, it was going to be harder for them to get a shot into Rhaegal. That was a pretty good sign for me that I needed to send Rhaegal over there to try to knock the mountain out as quickly as I could. So in round 2, Rhaegal predictably nuked the mountain and then was able to get himself, surge forth and get himself onto that objective, and also to get him out of line of sight of those crossbows, which was going to be extremely important. Dragon's survival depends generally on keeping them safe from being shot at, especially by a sundering hail of crossbow bolts. On the far right flank, those 2 units over there, the Selmy Guardsmen and Ser Jorah, are basically just going to sit there all game and stare at each other. No surprises there. I won't mention them again unless there's a reason to. And then in the center, the Unsullied and the Mountain's men are starting to wail away at each other. The Unsullied are getting beaten up pretty badly. And then the other units in the center are preparing to start fighting as well. Yeah, and the Unsullied got really badly beaten up in this round. So the crossbowmen shot at him, then the Mountain's men charged into him, and in this round, the Unsullied passed a panic test with a -6 morale modifier to it, so I think I needed to roll a 10, and I rolled a 10. I was down to, I think, 3 wounds. And then the Unsullied attacked back, and Sean used Subjugation of Power on them to try to take their abilities away, and then I passed that, and then I tried to play the Insight order from Skahaz so I could have a highest attack die roll and Vicious, and then Sean used The Flayed Man Has No Secrets from Roose, so Sean was doing a really great job this game using his tactics cards. I think every time I tried throughout this whole game to use Insight, I think Sean had some way of taking it away. So I don't think one time I was able to use Insight this whole game, because Sean was slinging his cards on the table really well. So at the end of round 3, I got the dragon engaged with the crossbowmen, because I knew I was not going to survive an attack. The Unsullied were not going to survive getting shot up by the crossbowmen, so I dove in there to tie them up and just require them to have to retreat out. The Unsullied were able to burn down the Mountain's men and finish them off, even though they are still heavily wounded themselves. The Ramsay unit of Mountain's men are currently waylaying the Cutthroats, whose 5-up armor save and 7+ morale is not doing them any favors in this game. Cutthroats really got clocked in this game. They weren't very consequential other than just tying up the Mountain's men temporarily. But they're going to be going down very quickly here. You'll also see that in round 2, this is when I use both of Quaith's tokens. And I had brought Quaith as an insurance policy for the dragon, but I ended up burning both of her tokens in this round to save the Unsullied, because 100% Sean was going to use his crossbowman to shoot the Unsullied, and I knew that was going to wipe them out. You know, a sundering attack from crossbowman was going to take them out. So I burned one order to save them for one turn, and then burned the other order to save them the other turn. It didn't really save them, it just kept the crossbowmen from shooting them, so the Mountains men were still swinging into them, but the Mountains men had fewer attack die and did not have Sundering, so I had to kind of choose who I wanted to attack me, and thankfully the crossbowmen being blocked by Quaithe kept my Unsullied alive long enough to kill off the Mountains men and have Rhaegal engage the crossbowmen. By the end of round 4, things have turned against Sean quite a bit in this game, so by the end of the round, the crossbowmen have been killed off by the dragon. The Unsullied have healed up a little bit and then swung around into those Mountains men that are still there. The Mountains men killed off my Cutthroats, and a unit of my Freedmen are down. But at this point, it's looking from the board state and the score like this game's gonna be over in the next round. Here's the end state of the game. You'll see the Mountains men got finished off. Dragon swung around and engaged them. And yeah, the score's 5-10 at the end here. And I think there's another example in this game of what can happen if a dragon is not stopped and is able to dictate the tempo of its own movement and attacks. So the dragon was pretty much always able to attack on its own terms. I don't think the dragon took a single wound all game. I was able to keep it out of the firing arc of the crossbowmen and was able to do some kind of last first attacks with it. But I think we had a good game. We both had fun. It was fun for me to use Skahaz for the first time. I didn't find his tactics cards to be amazing. I think I used all of them. I got, I think, some extra points from his special victory point card. But yeah, I didn't find him to be particularly amazing. They were some of his cards were kind of fun, but none of them really swung the. Didn't really swing the game for me, I don't think. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Big thanks to my opponent Sean for the fun game, and to the Forge in Houston, Texas for hosting us. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you'll see new videos as we release them. Until next time, this is Randall, signing off.